Let's now talk about the Russia-Ukraine war. The brutal cycle of attacks has been intensifying as missiles and drones reshape the battlefield after Ukraine went deep and attacked Russian energy infrastructure. A barrage of glide bombs were unleashed on Ukraine. But remember, this comes amid an admission of fuel shortage by President Vladimir Putin. Nevertheless, both sides are targeting what keeps the war machine alive, and a new wave of strikes is only escalating the conflict. Here's the latest.
The night sky over Ukraine turned into a battlefield. Explosions ripped through cities as Russia launched another wave of aerial attacks, sending powerful weapons crashing into civilian areas and frontline regions. In Ukraine's Dnipro, according to local authorities, a Russian strike killed at least 4 people and injured more than 20 others in the region. Emergency crews rushed through damaged areas as rescue operations began, searching through the aftermath of the attack. The strikes continued across Ukraine in the Sumy and Zaporizhzhia regions. According to Kyiv, Russian attacks injured at least 17 people, with authorities reporting damage and casualties after intense bombardment. In Zaporizhzhia, the scale of the assault shocked residents. 7 glide bombs were reportedly launched within around 90 minutes, creating a wave of destruction as Russia intensified its aerial campaign. The attack showed Moscow's continued use of glide bombs, weapons that allow aircraft to strike targets from a distance while carrying heavy explosive power. The violence spread further. In Kramatorsk, a Russian strike injured 3 people, while Ukraine said its air defenses had brought down around 130 Russian drones during another large aerial attack. But the battle is not only happening over Ukrainian skies. Thousands of kilometers away inside Russia, Ukrainian missiles and drones have been systematically targeting Russian missile factories and also destroying critical radar facilities. The Ukrainian president warns that the attacks will only escalate in July. Ukraine's long-range drone campaign has targeted one of Moscow's most important assets, energy infrastructure. Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian oil refineries have disrupted fuel production and created pressure on the country's energy network. Several regions have reported petrol shortages, long queues at fuel stations, and rising prices. The Russian President Vladimir Putin makes rare admission of fuel shortages caused by Ukrainian strikes for many Russians.
These attacks on our facilities certainly create problems. That is obvious. We are currently seeing a certain shortage, though I would say it is not critical.
The impact of the war is now appearing at petrol pumps. Cars line up as drivers wait for fuel supplies. Some stations struggle with shortages as repair work continues after attacks on refinery facilities.
I think the situation is not very good. They say one thing on television and in reality it's another. There's plenty of people waiting in lines. Whether there's gas, I don't know. People are queuing everywhere.
The strikes reveal a changing battlefield. Ukraine is attempting to hit Russia's economic backbone, while Moscow continues launching devastating attacks on Ukrainian cities. The war is no longer limited to front lines. It is spreading into skies, energy networks, and daily life on both sides. And as each side searches for new ways to weaken the other, the pressure of the conflict continues to grow. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.